Quick favor before we dive in, 96% of our viewers haven't subscribed. Honestly, hits hard. We work hard every day to find real, fresh Pro Street and Hot Rod builds. No reruns, no filler. If you enjoy what we do, please consider subscribing. It doesn't just help the channel, it motivates our whole team to keep pushing, keep digging, and keep finding new rides just for you. Vehicle number one, the 1933 Chevrolet truck, priced at $16,500. This wild 1933 Chevrolet hardtop convertible RatRod is a bare-bones street beast with raw attitude and vintage soul. According to the seller, it runs and drives as seen in video footage and rides on a custom suspension setup featuring a Ford front suspension and a matching Ford rear end. The stance is pure aggression, sitting low and mean with a traditional hot rod posture. While specific drivetrain details are not provided, the truck comes with a set of 5 1930s-era spoke rims to complete the classic look. The seller confirms that if the listing is live, the vehicle is still available, though communication is kept brief and no mileage is disclosed. A rugged street cruiser with timeless bones, ready for someone to take it even further or run it just as it is, located in Clinton, North Carolina. Vehicle number two, the 1930 Ford Model A, priced at $26,000. This 1930 Ford Model A channels vintage East Coast hot rod flavor, built in the spirit of a 1970s era custom. Power comes from a classic Ford Flathead 5.8, paired with a Chevy S10T5 manual transmission and rear end, a combination that balances traditional performance with more modern drivability. The engine setup is outfitted with period-correct components including Stromberg carburetors, an Offenhauser intake, Elmer speed parts, and operational DeFalco velocity stacks. The front end features a suicide-style suspension for that stretched, aggressive stance, contributing to the car's vintage appeal. The seller describes it as nicely built and notes that it runs well and is ready to drive. Finished in a clean gray exterior with a black interior, this coupe captures the raw, no-frills energy of a classic American hot rod, located in Pacifica, California. Vehicle number three, the 1963 Ford Falcon, priced at $20,000.
Minutes since she's been out.
A one-of-a-kind blend of vintage utility and lowrider flair, this 1963 Falcon Ranchero has been transformed into a crowd-drawing hot rod mini-truck. Powering the build is a 170 cubic inch straight-six engine mated to a classic 3 on the tree manual transmission. The seller describes the engine as running like a sewing machine with fully functional dual lake pipes, adding a period-correct custom touch. The stance is managed by a full air ride setup, front, back, side to side, controlled by a 4-play manual manifold from Airy Jacks for old-school simplicity and reliability. Slam Specialties bags deliver that deep drop, while the bed has been custom built to discreetly house the air ride components and relocated battery. A fresh rag top adds style and airflow, while the sound system includes a Bluetooth single-DIN stereo, Alpine 6x9s, and a Rockford Fosgate 12-inch sub powered by an MTX amplifier. Inside, the custom gold-trimmed interior features plush seats, accent LED lighting, and even a show-purpose DIY swamp cooler. The engine bay is detailed and underglow lighting completes the look. This Ranchero is turnkey and show-ready, built to stand out at any cars and coffee event. Located in Raleigh, North Carolina. Seller can assist with shipping. Ask ChatGPT. Vehicle number 4, the 1923 Ford T-Bucket, priced at $15,000. 1923 Ford T-Bucket is a wildly customized piece of hot rod history described by the seller as a really one-of-a-kind build. It's powered by a big block 454 engine mated to a turbo 400 automatic transmission, delivering that unmistakable rumble and raw torque only a big block can provide. Outback, the T-Bucket features a Jaguar rear suspension setup, a rare and refined choice that balances the vintage straight-line DNA with a touch of smoothness and control. The front end sticks to the old-school T-Bucket formula, built with traditional hot rod elements for authentic flair. Finished in a bold gold exterior with a brown interior, this machine has plenty of character and is not just another cookie-cutter build. With a claimed 10,002 miles, it's got some road time under its belt, but is ready for more. The seller is looking to trade, preferably for rat rods, classic cars, or trucks, anything pre-1978. No bikes, no boats, no modern rides. Located in Vail, North Carolina. Vehicle number 5, the 1962 Ford Falcon Gasser, priced at $35,000. This 1962 Ford Falcon Gasser is a full-throttle, drag-inspired street weapon. Under the hood sits a built 302 roller motor, topped with a 671 blower, anchored by ARP head studs and main studs for serious durability under boost. Backing the engine is a Doug Nash 5-speed transmission, sending power to a Ford 9-inch rear end fitted with 4.11 gears. Ideal for explosive launches. Braking is handled by a 4-wheel disc setup, and the suspension features a Speedway straight axle kit up front and ladder bars in the rear, reinforced with subframe connectors. The build is all business, with a stance and attitude straight from the golden age of gassers. Described as like new, this Falcon's clearly is a fresh and aggressive build. The seller includes additional details in the listing photos and is not responding to availability messages, located in Napa, California. Vehicle number 6, the 1978 Austin Mini Coupe, priced at $30,000. This 1978 Austin Mini throws convention out the window, bagged, V8 swapped, and packed with personality. Power comes from a Chevrolet small block V8 stuffed into the tiny mini frame, creating a true showstopper. While the turbo setup is currently for aesthetics only, the overall look is built for impact. The stance is handled by a full air suspension setup, giving the car dramatic lows when parked and adjustability on the go. Finished in off-white, the Mini rides on ultra-low miles, just 300 since the build. The seller is testing the waters, so serious inquiries are encouraged. A bold and bizarre fusion of British charm and American brute force. Located in Cypress, Texas. Vehicle number 7, the 1941 blown Willys Coupe, priced at $85,000. This 1941 Willys Coupe is a brand new outlaw-built monster that blurs the line between show car and street legend. Power comes from a Ford 460 stroked to 502 cubic inches, topped with a BDS 871 blower and backed by a C6 automatic transmission. Out back is a Ford 9-inch rear end with 3.73 gears, ready to put power down with authority. The Willys rides on 33 by 22 by 20 Mickey Thompson rear tires mounted to Coy's wheels, delivering the perfect pro street stance. The custom paint is House of Color Black Cherry with subtle ghost flames, and the interior is fully customized to match the exterior's drama. Though it's never seen the drag strip, the build screams race ready. The seller notes it's only being sold to fund more 59 Chevy projects located in Meridian, Mississippi. Vehicle number 8, the 1927 Ford Model T Roadster, priced at $32,000.
Let's go ahead and start this thing up.
This rare 1927 Ford Model T Roadster is a true custom-built hot rod with roots going back to the 1970s and pedigree to match. Power comes from a 4.3-liter Chevrolet 6, delivering an estimated 300 horsepower, fed by a carburetor and exhaling through Sanderson headers. The drivetrain includes a Chevy automatic transmission with overdrive built by Dick Jones. What sets this build apart is the custom tube space chassis with a 103-inch wheelbase, featuring a dual 4-link suspension system with sprung torsion bars and a live rear axle. At the rear, a 28-spline Ford 9-inch limited slip differential with 3.25 gears delivers the power. Finished in chrome yellow Deltron paint, the body is adorned with hand-laid flames by master flame painter Rod Powell and was even featured in his published flame painting technique book. The Roadster also appeared in Hot Rod magazine during the 1990s. Builder R.H. Jones, whose name is tied to this machine, was inducted into the NHRA Hall of Fame in 2024, only 300 miles since completion. A show-quality build with history, performance, and artistry, located in San Leandro, California. Vehicle number 9, the 1929 Ford Model A Sedan, priced at $30,000. This 1929 Ford Model A Sedan is an all-steel street rod that blends classic lines with modern muscle. Under the hood is a small block 350 mated to a turbo 350 automatic transmission equipped with a shift kit for snappy performance. The body is chopped and channeled for an aggressive hot rod stance and it rides on a Mustang II independent front suspension paired with a boxed frame for added rigidity. The seller notes that the interior is brand new and the carburetor was just replaced. Wearing a 4-year-old paint job in clean gray, this garage-kept build is a head-turner that's as ready for cruise night as it is for the highway. Located in Antioch, California. Vehicle number 10, the 1932 Ford 3-window coupe, priced at $49,000. This 1932 Ford 3-window coupe is a sleek, high-end Boyd Coddington build that delivers both show-quality looks and road-ready performance. Power comes from a 350 small block fitted with chrome fuel injection, while comfort is handled with air conditioning, tilt steering, and a full custom interior by Howdy. The body is fiberglass with a chopped roof and deep black paint, complement by shaved door and trunk handles with electronic poppers. The car sits on a powder-coated tube chassis with a chrome front suspension and a polished 1964 Corvette rear end. Originally purchased at Barrett-Jackson for $90,000, the car now shows 26,000 miles since the build and carries a signed dash by Richard Petty, adding a unique touch to an already prestigious hot rod. Located in El Dorado Hills, California. Vehicle number 11, the 1932 Ford Coupe, priced at $38,500. This 1932 Ford Coupe is a street rod with serious muscle and modern comfort, built to drive anywhere with confidence. Under the hood is a big block 454 V8 paired with a 700R4 automatic overdrive transmission, sending power to a Ford 8.8-inch rear end with 3.73 Posey traction gears. Stopping power comes from power-assisted four-wheel disc brakes, while exhaust flows through Dynamax mufflers integrated into the headers. The car rides on radial tires for smooth street manners. Other features include power windows and air conditioning that needs a recharge. The seller calls it a turnkey build with more power than you need and emphasizes its reliability for long hauls. Clean Florida title is in the seller's name. Located in Port Charlotte, Florida. Vehicle number 12, the 1934 Chevrolet Coupe, priced at $54,900. This 1934 Chevrolet Coupe is an all-steel blown street machine that delivers raw power with polished presentation. A 454 big block sits under the hood, force-fed by an 871 supercharger and dual Holley 850 carburetors. The powertrain is backed by a turbo 400 automatic transmission and a chrome-finished Fab 9 rear end. The car rolls on massive Hoosier 33 by 21.50 by 15 LT rear tires newly installed and features zoomy-style headers for an aggressive look and sound. Up front, a chrome dropped front end sets the stance, while four-wheel disc brakes and an aluminum radiator handle braking and cooling. Finished in silver over a black interior, this Chevy is a show-worthy powerhouse built for straight-line domination or serious street presence, located in Surprise, Arizona. Thanks for watching, Gearheads. If that rubber-burning madness fired you up, hit like, drop your thoughts in the comments, and make sure you're subscribed. More street legal monsters coming. Don't miss the next video.